Hello everyone and welcome back. Before we begin, I want you to slow down with me. Not to meditate, not to relax, not to raise your vibration, just to arrive. Because nothing in your life has ever changed while you were rushing. And nothing your soul is here to receive can enter a body that doesn't feel safe enough to be present. So just notice, you are here. Your body is here. And nothing needs to be fixed in this moment. That alone is already a new experience for your nervous system. If you've been walking this series with me from episode 1, where we exposed the lie of mindset, to episode 2, where we revealed that the body is the subconscious, to episode 3, where you saw how fight, flight, freeze, and fawn became identities, then today's episode may feel like something quietly clicking into place. Because this is the episode where many people finally understand why manifestation never worked the way they were promised. Not because the teachings were wrong, but because the body was missing from the conversation. You were told your thoughts create your reality. Change your beliefs and your life will change. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. And you tried. You really did. You visualized the house, the relationship, the money, the freedom, the peace. You repeated affirmations until your mind was tired, exhausted even. And sometimes it almost worked. A little movement, a small breakthrough, a glimpse of something better. And then, without warning, you'd fall back into old patterns, old emotions, old limitations. And the most painful part wasn't the setback. It was the question that followed. Why does this keep happening to me? I want to answer that today with compassion. It is not that you don't believe enough. It is not that you're spiritually blocked. The answer is this. Your body has not yet learned that it is safe to receive what your mind desires. And until it does, manifestation will always feel inconsistent. Here is the truth few people said out loud. Manifestation does not fail at the level of thought. It fails at the level of safety. Your nervous system is the gatekeeper, and it does not care what you want. It cares what keeps you alive. Your nervous system evolved long before manifestation books, vision boards, and spiritual language existed. It evolved in a world where safety meant predictability, familiarity, and knowing what comes next. So your body learned something very early. Familiar equals safe. Unknown equals danger. Even if the unknown is better. This is one of the hardest truths for humans to accept. Your nervous system will choose a painful familiar over a peaceful unknown every single time. And not because it wants suffering, but because suffering, you understand, feels safer than joy you don't know how to hold. So when you try to manifest a life that is very different from the one you've known, more money, more love, more peace, more ease, your body does not experience that as a gift. It experiences it as a threat, not logically, biologically. Your body asks questions your mind never hears. If life gets better, will I lose it again? If I succeed, will I be abandoned? If I'm seen, will I be judged? If I relax, will something bad happen? And if your past taught your system that expansion leads to pain, your nervous system quietly pulls the emergency brake. That's it. This is why manifestation feels like two forces fighting each other. Your mind reaching forward, your body pulling back. And the body always wins because survival overrides desire. Let this land gently. You cannot manifest beyond what your nervous system feels safe holding. Not because you're limited, but because your system is intelligent. It learns from experience, and experience lives in the body, not the mind. This is where many manifestation teachings unintentionally harmed people. They taught effort without safety. They taught visualization without regulation. They taught belief without embodiment. So people tried to leap into higher states while their bodies were still bracing for impact. And when it didn't work, they blamed themselves. But The subconscious mind is not persuaded by words. It is persuaded by sensation. The subconscious listens to the body's state. Are you tense or open? Collapsed or grounded? Bracing or receptive? That is the language it understands. Joseph Murphy said that the subconscious accepts what is impressed upon it emotionally. That was true. But emotional impression is not created by repeating sentences. It is created by whether the body feels safe during the experience. A frightened boy cannot receive a new belief. It can only protect itself. Neville Goddard spoke of states of consciousness, but states are not imaginary. They are physiological. A state is a nervous system configuration. When your system is regulated, you naturally think hopeful thoughts. When your system is dysregulated, your thoughts turn catastrophic. Not because you're negative, but because your body is scanning for danger. You cannot think your way out of a nervous system state. You must settle your way into a new one. This is why people say, I know this isn't true, but it feels true. That feeling is not imagination. That feeling is stored survival memory. Trauma is not what happened. Trauma is what your body had to hold alone. And until your system learns that the danger has passed, it continues to live as if it hasn't. This is why your body reacts to situations that logically make no sense. Because it's not responding to the present, it is responding to the past. Now, here is something very important. Your nervous system does not know time. It only knows sensation. So when your body feels something similar to an old wound, even slightly, it reacts as if it's happening now. And that's not weakness, that's memory. So when manifestation asks you to feel as if, your body says, feel what? Because it has never felt safe inside that reality before. You cannot feel abundance if abundance once meant chaos. You cannot feel love if love once meant loss. You cannot feel peace if peace once meant waiting for the next explosion. Your body learned associations, and associations run your life. Okay? This is why receiving is often harder than achieving. Achieving keeps you in motion. Receiving requires openness. And openness is terrifying to a system that learned to stay guarded. So many people can work hard. Very few people feel safe resting. Many people can chase. Very few people feel safe allowing. This is not laziness. This is nervous system conditioning. Your system may have learned, if I stop trying, everything falls apart. If I relax, something bad happens. If I let go, I lose control. So even when manifestation begins working, your body tightens and you unconsciously recreate stress. Not because you want suffering, but because stress feels familiar. This is the hidden reason people sabotage success. Not fear of failure, fear of unfamiliar safety, because safety without chaos feels foreign. Almost wrong, almost empty. Your nervous system has a baseline, a home setting, and it will always try to return you there, not to punish you, to protect you. This is the upper limit, which we will explore deeply next episode. But for now, understand this. Your body's not resisting abundance. It is protecting familiarity. Manifestation is not about attracting more. It is about expanding your capacity to hold. Capacity is embodied. It grows slowly, through safety, through presence, through regulation. When your body feels safe, your breath deepens, your shoulders soften, your thoughts slow, and your intuition returns. And in that state, life reorganizes naturally. Not because you forced it, but because you stopped blocking it. This is why some people manifest during periods of calm, not hustle, not obsession, calm. Because calm tells the nervous system, we're okay. And okay is the doorway to receiving. Let's pause here. Notice your body again. You don't need to change anything, just notice. Even noticing builds safety, because attention without judgment tells your system, I'm here with you. This is how rewiring actually begins. Your body has been waiting for you to listen, not to dominate it, not to push it, but to include it. Manifestation becomes effortless when the body is regulated, not because life becomes perfect, but because resistance dissolves. You stop fighting yourself, and that is when flow returns. You do not need to raise your vibration. You need to feel safe in the one you're in. From safety, vibration naturally rises. You were never failing manifestation. You were trying to expand without support, trying to grow without grounding, trying to ascend without embodiment. And your body said, please slow down. Please don't leave me behind. Please make this feel safe. This is not spiritual weakness. This is wisdom. You are not here to transcend your body. You are here to inhabit it, to bring spirit into matter, to let heaven meet your nervous system. That is true embodiment. That is true manifestation. When your body feels safe, love can stay, money can circulate, peace can deepen, joy can last. And not because life is perfect, but because your system can hold it without collapse. This is the work, not forcing reality, but becoming safe enough to receive it. And as this series continues, you will begin to notice something subtle shifting, not externally at first, internally. A little more space, a little less urgency, a little more trust in your own timing. That is not imagination, that is regulation. In the next episode, we will talk about the upper limit, why your nervous system acts like a thermostat, why it pulls you back to what feels familiar, and how to gently raise that internal setting without overwhelm, without collapse, and without forcing growth. For now, let this settle. Nothing needs to change today. Just let your body hear this message. You are safe to receive slowly. And I'll see you in the next episode.